I love how we're here to possibly save a friend from death, and we just get this quaint little text that says, "Side story." It's very fancy. Oh, is that it? Alright, easy enough. Well, before we actually go to preparations, how's everyone? Well, Katria, this is a glass sword. It's got 3 uses, but it's fairly powerful. Fuck you, Mathis, go to hell. Wow, that was way more harsh than I thought it would be, but seriously, fuck you, Mathis. Go away. I don't want to see you anymore. You rode off into the sunset, never to be seen again. Why are you here? And lastly, we get Skill Potion. That's a temporary boost to skill. It'll last the chapter, I believe. I never use them, so, you know, that's how it goes. Oh, there's no such thing as traveling lightly. At least from my experience, I can't fucking do it. Iris, do you read, like, any interesting books? I mean, like, nothing wrong with just reading tactical manuals and all that, but, like, do you have any hobbies that aren't fight? And hats? To be fair, hats are a pretty good hobby. I'm glad Iris at least has hats. If nothing else, she's got hats. Hey, what a coincidence, it's Militia! Right on the chapter she's going to be replaced. Yes, he is that big of a nerd. Why do you ask? I mean, like, yeah, but tell me something I don't know. I don't think that happened, but whatever. Really don't think that happened. No, actually that's Sigurd, and Militia, I don't think it would work out. I think your passion's a bit too fiery. Plus, Sigurd has this really bad habit of, like, losing girlfriends under his couch. And they get kidnapped by dark cults, and that doesn't work out for anyone. Right, so, still not believing that thing about Militia not being 10. I don't think we should be in the room right now. Little bit uncomfortable, not gonna lie. Really don't want to hear about this girl's fantasies. Please, no. Nope, 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 nope. Where's the button to stop the support? Nope. Yeah, no. I'm pressing the button. The support's over. We're done here. Okay, good. Thank goodness I had that button, because otherwise it never would have stopped. Trust me on that one. It was me that did it. I saved you. I saved you all. You know, I do like modern Fire Emblem and all, but, like, I'm really glad we're able to have this conversation, you know, about maybe we could be each other's siblings, and not immediately think, oh god, there's a possibility I could S-rank him. Oh god, no. Thankfully, though, no, Ryan is not a romantic interest, which is good, because he's a tiny child. And look, I appreciate the tiny child, but, like, no, I'm not romancing Ryan. I don't like him like that. Also, interesting thing to note, I know we're moving on to the recap, but even if you're playing as a male avatar, Ryan actually mentions that he'd like a big sister. So yeah, that doesn't actually change no matter how you play the game. I just felt I'd bring that up. Anyway though, a fairly small chapter. It's a long map. You know, it's got a lot of horizontal space and a fair few knights, but other than that, not too much here. And here it is, it's Wrys. How's it going, Wrys? You look like you're in a lot of trouble, you know, considering you can't fight and all. Geez, Klein, do you treat all the elderly like this, or only Wrys? I mean, we also happen to be in the area. If you had attacked Wrys at any other area at any other time, like, we couldn't have saved him. Maybe you should coordinate a little better. I mean, in fairness, like, there were a lot of characters I didn't use and will continue not using. Like Mathis. I mean, not that I'm saying you should have killed him or anything, wink wink, but like, I don't use Mathis in either of these games. I don't care about him. Him joining me is the fucking moot point. All I did was tell them about this DS and how she should press buttons on it. None of it actually made sense. I talked about these weird menu things, but she believed it and just kept going. It was fucking freaky. I just talked nonsense, but like, Iris understood it and made use of it? I don't know how the fuck she did that. It was weird. Alright, and there goes Katarina. Alas, we shall not be speaking with her today. Alright, so, this chapter's a little bit difficult starting out. You could possibly kill those archers if you're good enough. Of course, we can take out the knights easily enough. We've got two characters here who are effective against them. I mean, technically speaking, three, because, you know, we've got Linde, and Linde's got Aura. Goodbye! And lastly, of course, it's Marth. He is, of course, most at risk, considering, you know, he's still bringing a sword to a lance fight, but, I think he's good. I also want to make sure that Linde doesn't overuse Aura, and we're good to go. So yeah, if you use both Paula and Katria, I would imagine you could probably take out both those archers. Maybe not. I don't know the movement range off the top of my head, I haven't counted, but I think you can do, I think you can make short work of those guys. Again, I could be wrong. I have not yet reached this chapter with my self-insert. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure they could take care of them. Of course, in that case, it's getting all the knights that you have to worry about. Either way, though, I've cleared out most of the danger from this area. The more you can clear out this from the start, the better off you are. It's kind of self-evident, I guess, but like, honestly, trust me on this one, just kill as many as you can. Of course, the important thing to note is you do want to cover as much ground as you possibly can within one turn, because over here we've got Wrys, and he is an enemy range. You're going to want to move him, but unfortunately they are going to follow him, and I guess you could break left. You would definitely take a hit in that case, but you could also catch up to Wrys a bit faster like that. Personally, I like taking Wrys around to the forts. That way he's got a bit of defense and a bit of healing on the next turn. So he is going to be attacked no matter what, but at least he can cover that wound at least a little bit while we come in. Again, though, you might want to break left if you can. After all, you probably used him in the prologue, therefore he's probably got enough experience to, you know, soak up a hit. Probably not two, though. Anyway, once you progress a certain amount on the map, Klein will actually leave, which, honestly, is a really good idea on her part. Given her overconfidence, I don't know why she does, especially since we don't even need to kill that knight. We could just move to take the fortress, but whatever. But Klein, we could just surround and kill because she's a sniper and there's no other way for her to defend herself if she just, if we just walked up and surrounded her. Not one of her best ideas. Anyway, so Wrys is safe, meaning at this point we've pretty much got this covered. There are enemy reinforcements, but honestly they're really not a big deal. I'm pretty sure we can take them out no problem. Don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I doubt it'll be much of an issue. Of course, now I'm just curious as to what the Lunatic mode is. Okay, so Lunatic adds one archer next to the knight at the top here, which actually, that's pretty dangerous. That archer would be able to attack Wrys if you don't play your cards right, so honestly, pretty tricky position. I have to admit, obviously the main draw of Lunatic is like enemies are statted up a whole lot, to the point where you have to be very cautious about how you fight, but at the same time, I think I'm more... God damn it, Rhodey. I think I'm more interested in, like, the position changes, or, like, what enemies they add, honestly. Because just the addition of that one enemy actually changes things up at least a little bit. I mean, it means you definitely can't spam Pegasus Knights to try to kill those enemies early, because then that other archer is just going to come in and snipe ya. So yeah, honestly, thus far I feel like they add enough enemies to Lunatic to make it more interesting, without adding too much. Again, it's pretty much just enemy reinforcements that prevent me from playing harder modes. Otherwise, they're actually pretty intriguing. Yeah, see? What did I tell ya? Even with that fort, that knight went down easily. And I'm pretty sure there's only one wave of reinforcements, so it's really not a big deal. I mean, this kind of is, just because Rhodey's taking a lot of damage. Not advisable, but Rhodey got his vengeance. Fucking stab that dude to death. Alright, yeah, no more reinforcements, and 2 more knights. I'll let you guess how this is going to go. I'll give you a hint. I have a healer now, and I have 2 units that are very good at fighting knights. So, yeah, this chapter really isn't that difficult. Even saving Wrys isn't too bad, though. Again, now I'm really curious as to how you save him in Lunatic, because, dang, yeah. You probably definitely couldn't break left with Wrys in that case, because that archer would definitely target him, and while Wrys could probably soak a hit from a single knight, possibly even in Lunatic, though, again, I don't know how, stat changes work in that, so I don't know, maybe knights just get a crazy amount of attack power, but, yeah, that archer would definitely finish him off, even if he survived one hit. So yeah, all in all, I'd definitely advise going for the fort first. Gives your units time to reach him, and it means that Wrys will get at least a little bit of healing. Not that it matters too much, because it's not like he's all that likely to get hit afterwards anyway. He's only in danger until you catch up with him, then he's a-okay. And yeah, as I said before, if you want to, you could just take the fort, but I mean, I'm not gonna say no to extra experience. Especially if that knight's just gonna hang out. Goodbye, generic assassin. I don't know how you felt about Klein threatening your life if you didn't kill us, but doesn't matter for you now because you're dead. And we got a really good level up off of that. Very nice. So yeah, Wrys is actually gonna be my permanent healer for the game. Of course, I don't have to give his bio because I already did in the prologue, so you already know that that might not be the best idea. But I mean, like, you saw Militia, right? Do you really want to hang around her? I really do not want to know about her fantasies. Could really live without that. And again, really not convincing me she's not 10. Do not need to know about her Marth fanfic. I'm fine with fanfic, but not that one. Not hers. And especially not if she announces it in public. Like that. Oh yeah, right, Ogma and those children were in danger, yeah. Well, it's a good thing we saved an old man. It's very important. He's gonna heal us after all. Yeah, it's like maybe you shouldn't have just sent one type of enemy after us. It's like I had a man with a hammer at my disposal, as well as a woman with the arcane arts who could smite all of them. Really weird how that works out. That's right, everyone, including you, the viewer. It's only been 3 chapters. And I guess a year as well. Yeah, I've gained like 5 levels. Why, Wrys, are you suggesting a haircut which, while not a hat, is hat adjacent? Well, I see no reason why we shouldn't do that. I mean, like, Iris's hair is pretty long, but it'll grow back in a chapter, so it's fine. Do it, do it, do it. We're going short hair for a while. You do realize I'm old and I don't actually shave that well, right? Like, I'm a menace with a blade, I have to admit.